Budapest is coming under increased criticism for its perceived harsh handling of refugees. CCTV's Jack Barton has that part of the story, saying Hungary's foreign minister is blaming the EU for the migrant chaos in his country.
Thousands of exhausted migrants streamed into Austria on Saturday after being unexpectedly taken to the border in buses by the Hungarian government. It was not clear how many intended to remain in Austria.
We have no idea. Probably we're going to go to Germany because we heard Germany is probably accept like around all the migration which is in Budapest. They will accept them over there in Germany. So I'm not sure, but somehow like that.
Hungary brought in the buses after columns of asylum seekers on foot brought the nation's main highway and railway line to a standstill. By Saturday morning, Austrian police said 4,000 people had arrived at the border, with the number expected to double before nightfall. At the same time, a steady stream of people continue to arrive in Macedonia from Greece, heading to Germany via Hungary, which believes the EU is largely to blame.
Well, what has been happening in Hungary since last night is a consequence of two things. First, a failed migration policy of the European Union, and the second one is the series of some irresponsible statements made by European politicians. So what has been happening in Hungary since last night is a consequence of these two things.
European officials reject that blame, but agree it's time for a unified response.
The time for blame games is over. It's time for taking decisions, turning decisions into actions, and doing it united as Europeans.
It's not just Hungary that's struggling to cope. This refugee centre is only a few kilometres from the European headquarters in Brussels.
EU officials are pushing member states to accept far more refugees from overstretched European countries like Italy, Hungary and Greece.
But once again, the idea of mandatory quotas for EU member states was dismissed.
How can you discuss quotas while there is still huge influx of refugees? So we don't really know what figures are we talking about. So I think we need to stabilize our borders. We have to reintroduce Schengen in practice.
EU countries will try to adopt a formal strategy on refugees at a summit on September 14. Jack Barton, CCTV, Brussels.